Okay. Hi everyone. Let's wait for them to get online. All right. All right. Hi. Hello. Hello everyone. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're well. Let me know what's your name, where you're from, or where you are. Say hi in the comments. Introduce yourself. Let me know where you're from. What have you been doing these days? See, I've been keeping myself entertained in different ways these days. So we have to. Hi, Sylvia. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Hi, everyone. All right. Say hello. Yes, nice. Sylvia, where are you? Where are you from? How are you? Renzo from Milan. Very good. I am also in Milan at the moment. I'm a teacher in Maya's Filzi. My name is Rosa. I'm 28. I'm half Italian, half Scottish, so I'm like a great cocktail. And yes, let me know how you are. What's up? And I'm very excited about this focus today because we are going to discuss some art, and I love art, so it's right up my alley, we say. It's something that interests me. All right, Sylvia from Parma, but I was born in Puglia. I'm okay. All right. Hopefully, we can help you get through an hour and learn something new, and discuss something interesting. Anybody ever studied art? Do you enjoy art? Do you visit museums often? So yeah, let me know in the comments. I personally enjoy drawing and painting myself, so I do that in my spare time. It's my hobby. And I also studied art in high school. So I've always had this deep interest in art. And yeah, I like to take city breaks in the weekend and visit different Europe, and then during that time I also like to visit museums. So I think it's a really great way to experience the culture of different places, different countries. So, do you love art? Are you interested in art? And it's right here. And we have Silvia, Renzo, and Mauro. Mauro Lorenzi Prof. I'm Mauro from Rome. Very, very good. Lots of museums in Rome. Ah, Silvia, very good. So Siri says, I studied art in high school like you. The best museum that I visited is MoMA in New York. Wow. So the Museum of Modern Art. Nice. Renzo. I will start studying in Filsi, but I have to do a real lesson because 2 days after I joined Filsi, the lockdown started. Oh, I don't remember if we had a lesson together, but it's a nice picture of you and your friends. I was just trying to see if I could recognize you. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you there once we get back to school. Mauro says so and so. I guess you're not so interested in art. That's fine. Even if you're not interested, I guess everybody has a bit of an opinion on and many people have different views on what is art, what is good art, what they like, and it's such a subjective topic that everybody can express something about a work of art or something that has been done. So what do you prefer? Do you prefer classical art or do you prefer modern art? That's my next question for everyone. Do you prefer classic or modern art? And if so, who are some of your favorite artists? And okay, Syria says, I'm not really an art expert, but I appreciate the art in general, in particular the iconic like Mona Lisa or David. In particular, the iconic, you need a subject there, so or noun. The iconic pieces of art, you could say, or works of art. That's even better. Iconic works of art like Mona Lisa and David. Well, yes, I think there's something to be said for the classics, It's definitely a very important part of art, and I personally prefer the classic type rather than the modern. But there is some modern art that I do enjoy as well. All right, let me just share the screen so we can start chatting. That's not it. There it is. So we can start talking about this. So in this focus activity, art critic, we will describe art, passive form, and controversial art. So to describe art, we're going to look at some adjectives, and we are able to describe art through looking at certain basic categories. So you will look at material, texture, shape. So how the painting is formed, let's say. So what is the display of shapes on the page? So we'll look at some words that belong to those categories. And the passive form. Now, does anybody know why we're going to use the passive form today? So a passive is when a subject and an object switch roles. And we use this especially when describing art or architecture or in general products, objects, because I'm waiting to see if someone can tell me the answer, but we'll come back to it if not. passive to describe art, architecture, and products because and then controversial art. So controversial art means, you know, what we were saying before, some types of modern art can be well, it's a subjective opinion of art, and so what do we think of it? All right, so I'm just gonna skip ahead here. All right, so the physical impossibility of death in the mind of someone living. Is a shark art? Is a preserved shark art? Is a preserved shark floating in formaldehyde in a tank art? And does it make you feel anything? So I think this is an artwork that's kept in New York or in San Francisco, New York. It's in America somewhere. I can't really remember where exactly. But tell me your opinions about this piece of art. What do you think of it? So the first question is a shark art? Is a preserved shark art? So you have these two different questions now. The first one is a shark art, meaning can you just take an everyday object, put it on display and say, oh yes, this is art? Or does art have to be something that you create and make with your hands? Does it have to be a sculpture or a painting or a drawing or a building? And especially if you didn't build the shark, so if you just preserved the shark in that liquid that I can't really pronounce very well because I'm not really sure what it is, formaldehyde. So this green liquid that they've used to suspend the shark. This is a tiger shark, by the way, guys. So yeah, what do you think about this? What do you think about this physical impossibility of death in the mind of someone living, and also about the title? The title is quite interesting because it's really long and very descriptive. You know, they could have just called it Shark Attack or something similar, but they went and gave a pretty deep meaning to this title. All right, let me read your comments. So Sylvia says, we use passive when the subject is less important or if we don't know the subject. Well done, Sylvia. Very good. And that's why we use it in art, because unfortunately, or fortunately, depends, but in the moment you describe art, your attention, the center of attention goes to the building or the work of art and not to the person who made it anymore. So that's why we generally use the passive when talking about these things. So well done, Sylvia. Good job. That's exactly why. All right. All right, yes. Formaldehyde is a liquid to conserve. Yes. Good. I'm still not sure. Formaldehyde, I'm still not sure where the accent lies, but I'm just going to go with it. And you also say, I'm not sure it is a shark art. I'm not sure a shark is art, I think you mean, Sylvia. Because it is a shark art, but the shark is not art. Okay. And does this make you feel anything? Does this work of art make you feel anything? The physical impossibility of death in the mind of someone living. I wonder if our students here can think of what this title means. Okay, clear? All right, Sylvia, no worries. So, okay, let's skip to the next one. And here we have another pretty controversial work of art called For the Love of God. So, okay, Sylvia. So, the title is a bit difficult in fairness. So, the physical impossibility of death, meaning that it's impossible to die in the mind of someone living. So, I think what it means is it's difficult to envision and realize what death is when you are alive. And I think that could be a comment on, you know, how this is why the artist decided to preserve a shark. It looks alive. It looks like it's swimming in the ocean, just about to eat some fish. So it's yeah, I think it's just trying to explain or to make us think about death while we're alive and not, you know, just at the very last moment of life. You know, when you're alive, you don't really think about the moment you'll die, every day anyway, or all the time. You just live. And maybe he just wanted to talk about that in this work of art. Okay, so let's have a look at this one here. What is this? What part of the body is this? And what have they done to it? And it's called For the Love of God. It doesn't seem very godly to me. It doesn't seem much of it doesn't seem a very religious tribute, this piece of art. Yes, it is a skull. It's a skull covered in diamonds. Why do you think they called it For the Love of God? It doesn't seem very religious to me. But yeah, so again, we have similar questions. Is a skull art? And so if you had a skull by itself, would you think, wow, this is art? And if you had a skull cast in platinum, then would that be art instead? So what is the difference? So similar to earlier, is a single object art if you view it by yourself, or does it have to be preserved, or does it have to be covered in diamonds and platinum in order for it to be art? It's a good question. Maybe the skull more than the shark, in my opinion. would be considered art, because I can just imagine, you know, an anatomy class or a real life drawing, a life drawing class, of someone, you know, drawing a skull. I've drawn skulls of animals before in my art class. So is a skull art per se? No, but you can make some beautiful skulls. You know, so many representations of skulls over the years, especially in classic art. Some very good ones as well. What was the one with the there's a painting that had a elongated skull, so you can only see the skull if you look at the painting from a certain point of view. This is going to kill me all night long now. Oh, what was it? So the technique, I think, is called an anamorphosis. Anamorphosis. And you can only see something in the right perspective if you look at it from a certain point of view. And there was, I think it was a Flemish painting. So a Flemish painting means a Dutch painting around the 1600s. All right, so any ideas, guys? I'm not getting any answers. Help me out here. Come on, chat, chat, chat. What do you think? Do you think a skull is art? Or do you think it's better to cover it in diamonds and then call it art? How much do you think this skull is worth? How much would you pay for it? And what do you feel when you look at it? I feel like I'm looking at one of those Mexican candy skulls, like the Dia de los Muertos, and it also reminds me of what they call a memento mori. Memento mori. A memento mori is a message that painters and artists used to put in their paintings, which meant remember that you will die. Very simply, remember you will die eventually. Okay, YouTube's rejected my comment. Me talking about death is probably not what they want to hear, but Sylvia, nice. It could be art, but I not really appreciate. All right. I don't really appreciate it, or I can't appreciate it. I don't really appreciate it. I think would be better. All right, so here we go. When we are talking about art, these are the categories I was talking about earlier, yeah? So match the words to the categories. We have, and Sylvia or whoever is watching, if you give this a go at home, place the adjectives under the correct category in your opinion. So we have rough, bold, asymmetrical, smooth, modern, abstract, realistic, balanced, distorted, vibrant, uneven, and subtle. All right, so I'll give you guys a moment to think about these. And so when we talk about something rough, rough is the opposite of smooth. So for example, this paper is smooth, but the wall feels rough. And the other one is uneven. All right, Sylvia, well done. We got some answers coming in from Sylvia. So rough. Texture. Yes, it is. Very good. Bold style. It's interesting. So bold is actually, we use it to refer to colors. So you have bold colors, which means, you know, strong colors like red or orange or green can be bold, can be, you know, strong. Asymmetrical texture. Again, watch out because we have another category there. So if we're talking about something asymmetrical and talking about a painting, and I say, okay, it shows some asymmetrical lines to it, I think that's talking about composition. Right, smooth texture, yes, for sure. Modern. So modern is when you talk about the style of a painting, you can refer to it as modern. And abstract as well, it belongs to style. So what style is this painting? Is it a modern painting, an abstract painting? Which one are you not sure about, Sylvia? Asymmetrical? All right, very good. So we got modern, style, abstract, smooth, okay. Then we have realistic style, very good. And balanced, again, that one's composition. So, you know, when you talk about composition, you're talking about the imaginary lines that go through a painting. So, for example, an abstract painting could be very asymmetrical. A realistic, you know, still life where there's a bowl of fruit could be very balanced and realistic. As well, distorted is talking about the composition, so where things are placed on the canvas, on the painting. Color, we can describe as vibrant colors. So again, vibrant colors, vibrant and bold colors. Vibrant colors are very bright colors. Bold are strong colors. So you're saying vibrant texture. It could be, you know, this painting is very vibrant, you know, there's people dancing in it. And I feel like it has a vibrant composition. You can use vibrant to describe composition as well. I think it's possible. I wouldn't exclude it totally, but yeah, we have color here. but I think you could use it for both. And then the last two we have are uneven, which is texture, and subtle. So the opposite of bold is subtle. So watch out for the sign B in there, subtle, subtle, which means weak, weak colors, subtle colors. It means sort of what we would say a color called pastel colors, like baby blue or baby pink, yeah. Or a very, very light yellow. So this one would be, I don't know if you can really see it, this is like a normal yellow post-it. So this would be a bold yellow, and then you would have a very subtle yellow, which is really, really soft, more creamy colored yellow. Okay, so the other one I wanted to explain to you guys, which I usually get asked, is uneven. Uneven. So when we talk about an uneven surface, it means discontinuous. So Sylvia said in Parma. So you're in Parma, Sylvia. I imagine in Parma, in some parts of the old town, the roads will have, lots of stones on them, and that's an uneven surface, so not flat, the opposite of flat. Okay, if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay, let's try and use the passives here, yes? So Sylvia and whoever else wants to participate, that would be really nice. You can fill in the gaps with the correct form. So we're looking at passives. Okay, I'll read, and in the meantime, if you want to send me the answers, then we can check everything together. So some argue that art only by humans, not machines or devices, like photography. Art create by design, adding or removing things. Works of art only one time. No pieces will be exactly the same. Unlike art, photos can be copied, printed, and duplicated 1,000 times over. For other photography art, they argue that the camera control and the choice about what is or include in the photo are two. Okay, remember we need the verb. So some argue that art is made, but good. So from now on, remember we need to make the passive with the verb as well. Is or has, but good. Art, again, is created. Very good. Nice, nice, nice. Well done, Sylvia. Good job. So we have the verb to be plus the past simple. Works of art. Works of art. Just waiting for the answer. This is plural, yeah? Good job, Sylvia. Yes, are produced. Excellent, well done. Only one time, no piece will be exactly the same. And like art, photos can be copied, printed, duplicated, and 1,000 times over. For others, photography singular, photography singular. All right, so I'm just going to do that one for you. Is yes, because photography is considered singular. All right, and they argue that the camera is controlled. Very good. And the choices about what is are I think here we have a negative, yeah? So what is or isn't considered or included, actually, sorry. In the photo are two. All right, so we have some questions here that we can answer and discuss. Is art only pieces that are unique? What about a series? So what do you think, Sylvia? Do you agree with the text that we just looked at? And let me know if you have any questions, yeah? No worries. So do you agree with the text or not? I'll read the questions and you can give me some answers if you want. So is art only one piece or is art only pieces that are unique? Or what about a series? Can photos be manipulated like art? Are the photos taken of phones art? Are photos posted on Facebook and Instagram considered art? Some interesting points here. So, what do you think? Do you think that something has to be an individual? Does it have to be one individual element to be art, or can there be more than one? And you say it's, very good. It depends. Andy Warhol creates a lot of pieces similar. Yeah, exactly. I don't necessarily agree with the fact that it has to be one individual thing. And if an artist wants to reproduce, I mean, you think of designer chairs, for example, someone's put a lot of work and effort into it. I don't see why it shouldn't be considered as art, even if it's for, the public. That doesn't necessarily mean that because you reproduce it more times, it cannot be art. Here we say similar pieces though, okay? So it depends, and you all created a lot of similar pieces. Nice job. And you also think photos should be considered art, could be considered art. I agree. I mean, maybe, I mean, yeah, well, it's subjective again, I guess. I mean, if you think of, do you think there's a difference between, the photos we take with our phone and a photo with a camera? Yeah, I think there's a big difference. Because that's just, I wouldn't say art, it's just a pastime, it's a hobby, it's not professional in any way, shape, or form. So I wouldn't agree with the fact that photos taken on your phone are art. Although you can get some really good pictures on phones, especially now, they're making the quality of the cameras much better. But what do you think about Facebook and Instagram photos? Do you think those are considered art? I don't think are very beautiful to look at, but I don't think they're considered art as such. It's true. Everybody feels different sensations about art. Oh, you prefer nature photography, I think you mean. So, photography that captures wildlife, is that what you mean, Sylvia? Because I love those, especially underwater. It's a passion of mine, underwater photography, where you can take pictures of all the sea creatures, the amazing sea creatures we have. All right, so I'll just give you a moment to answer that as well. And okay, so you're gonna have to help me in this one. Oh, I mean not manipulated. Oh yeah, because that's another thing, with Photoshop now, anything is possible. Um, okay, yeah, that is another good point. Yeah. So that haven't been, photoshopped or edited. Uh, yeah, I mean, there's a big difference between being able to actually capture something beautiful or creating it on a computer with just the click of a mouse. I agree with you as well on that one. All right, so yeah, I agree. I don't think photos on Facebook are art. I mean, it's all just people with their friends. It's more of a social thing than anything. Yeah, it's more of a social thing, something for your friends. It's not so the opposite manipulated. You could say in this case not edited as well. You could, I think you could use both those. All right, so here we have a little activity, Sylvia. I reckon you're going to do really great on this. Everybody's left us. So it's up to me and you. Okay, so we have a work of art. You're a graduate art student refining your artwork to your professor, and you have to do material, style, color, texture. What's emotions and the innocence behind it? Why is it art and where is? Yes, you're having a lot. Yeah, you are lucky. Private lesson, exactly. All right. So let's think. Okay, we can imagine this is our here in the picture. Just so it's easier to envision. I say easy. Ooh, is it like? Do you think this is a roller coaster? One of those chutes that go a cross between geometric shapes and natural soft lines. Yes, go for it. Okay, so do you remember we did all those words for materials? So which words would you use to describe the material? We can go by category. Dear all, this is my last piece of art. Nice. Circular. Okay. So the shape, I guess. Or even circular. This is a spiral. So spiral. So a spiral is not a circle, but a concentric circle, yes? So I'm just going to draw a spiral for you here. I don't know if you can see it. That's a spiral. So spiraling is the action of to spiral. So materials are wood and iron, perfect. And so how can you describe the texture of wood and iron? No worries. So you have wood, which is very, we did this word earlier. And the iron, which is probably going to be a bit Yes, I think so too. It's definitely an abstract work of art, definitely. So, what is the texture of the wood and the iron? Ooh, colors, subtle colors, you'd say so. Nothing bright, nothing bold. Very natural colors, subtle colors. Maybe. Well, the iron certainly is quite dark. And what about the texture? Uneven, good. Yes, it is uneven. It's all formed by different parts. Very good. I was thinking, so for the wood, we could say the wood is very smooth, and the iron could be quite rough. But yeah, uneven, that's fine. No worries. So both those are really good. Well done. Oh yeah, style. I didn't even see that. Good catch. Well done. All right. Super duper quickly. Emotions. What's the inspiration? And then because we'll have to say goodbye. So, what emotions does it evoke? All right. So, inside there's a human, and in this moment, like a person. Oh, see. Go on, go on. We'll all be fine. Don't worry about it. All right. I was gonna go with playful, and I said it looks like one of those rides you get at a theme park or something. I was gonna go with playful, but looks like a really fun water shoot. Pretending to go out of the spiral. All right, Sylvia, you did really good. I'm very thankful that you joined me, and you did such a really good job. So, well done on. Thank you for joining me. I hope you take care, and I'll see you soon. All right. Thank you, Sylvia. See you soon. And good job. Well done. All right. Yes. It was a pleasure. See you soon. Bye. Thank you.